Welcome back to HackenProof podcast, your destination for cybersecurity, bug bounty, and ethical hacking. Here with you, as usual, your host Alex, and today we have a famous figure in Web3 security, top 40 on Immunify bug bounty leaderboard, Merkle Bonsai. How are you, dude, today?
Hey, nice to meet you. A little bit sleepy due to a really funny story, but generally really happy to be here. I'm still getting used to being treated like a niche celebrity because I still it still feels strange for me that some people tell me that I'm famous, I'm top guy. It's really strange to for me to hear that. So I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not really common to have half a million in bounties around the world. So you're really famous, especially in our, you know, we, I like to call it like a school buddies party, the crypto, at least because like we have not much people around, like maybe 1,000 people at all who doing some real things here. So most of people know each other, and yeah, having somebody with half a million in bounties is a really huge results, definitely for everyone. And I'm really happy to have you here today because I'm not sure, but probably it is one of your first podcasts, or maybe not,
Uh,
or I
not
missed
my first
something.
in general, but first as a white hat, I think.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. Actually,
amazing.
by the way, fun fact. So I got this amount of bounties, and the amount of assets represented in dollars is still unchanged because some projects paid me in tokens and they grew up.
Yeah,
So just like I'm spending money and they're not ending. It's still
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's good for you because I know one bug hunter who got in USD amount around 1 million, but after that the price of the token really dropped down. so
Um,
so so in real assets he got like 4 times less, unfortunately.
I remember totally different story. As far as I remember, it was Byte 32, but I'm not sure that someone on Twitter was saying that he was offered for audit either 15 or 20k dollars
Uh-huh.
or same amount in tokens. And after he did an audit, he took USDT, but the token price skyrocketed, and he was like, "Damn, I would be a millionaire."
Like, yeah, FOMO is everywhere, you know. Like
Yeah,
you get USD, the price of the token goes up. You take the tokens, the
mhm.
price of in USD goes up.
Actually, I'm not promoting trading is bad for most of people,
Yeah,
but at some moment of time, I figured out the perfect scheme. That every time I look at BTC chart and want to sell it, I need to buy it. I want to buy it, I need to sell it. It works, really. So as long as you're like treating yourself like a common person about trading, you can just invert your mind and it may work.
yeah, 100%. This is how the emotions of traders looks like. If everyone sure
Hmm.
that price will go down, it will definitely go up. Because
Exactly.
yeah, so yeah. By the way, yeah, let's start about your background a bit. Could you tell us a bit more how you started in your cybersecurity journey in Web3 in general? What
Yeah,
were you
sure.
doing before?
Um, so actually, I was doing front-end JavaScript, Node.js for like 10 years, like something like that. And
Development, yeah.
from time to time, I was
Mhm.
getting into Web3 stuff. First time was in 2014, I guess.
Oh wow.
I was yeah, it was like 3 months. I was doing a small Node.js server that was doing sockets for one of small tax exchanges.
Hmm.
The management was terrible. Everything was terrible. I was totally, crypto scam. Screw you guys. I'm not getting into this.
Did you
Uh,
get paid for that, by the
yeah, I
way?
get paid for that,
Uh,
and just not in fiat. Nothing serious here.
mm,
Just bad management.
mhm.
Then It was 2017, maybe, I'm not sure. So, do you remember Azure Delta, the first
Azure
DEX?
Delta, yeah, of course, really
Yeah,
old
so,
project. It's the first. I
mhm,
would say it's like Dex or something like that. It
DEX, yeah,
was
the first DEX.
pre-Uniswap era. Yeah.
Uh-huh, exactly. So, we were doing a fork of Azure Delta. It was like in a few months after it's just appeared. We are doing the same thing, but it was a hybrid DEX that
Hmm.
users had their assets, but orders were executed centralized. So
Oh.
we were just pushing the transactions. The project just basically failed because of perfectionist management, and it didn't launch. But still, it was like second disappointment from crypto. And the third attempt was I was with my friends who started working uh, with with her friends, and my girl. We got stuck into it was for something like that years ago. There was a uh, terrible blizzard in Istanbul,
Hmm.
and airport got closed. So we got into the airport, and we weren't able to leave the airport or fly away. We were stuck
Hmm.
for 3 days, and I got uh, uh, I got several. Um, my project where I was working was a startup at that moment of time, and I got some really negative feedback because of that. I wasn't able to deliver the artifacts in time, and they were like our founder failed the showcase for investors because I
Uh-huh.
was stuck in an airport for 3 days. He was super angry at me, and my friends just told me, "Okay, maybe you come join us." And I started working at one of actually biggest DeFi companies. Uh, do not want to disclose it, but
Okay.
most of the guys there know that who am I. So hi everyone, if you hear me here. Uh, and I was responsible for half of the UI of those, like it's top on DeFi Llama project. So I was
Hmm.
responsible for half of UI, and
Wow.
I was doing here and there small things, big things. And in some moment of time, we need to update Immunify link on a landing page. I
Hmm.
was casually distributing the tasks, but I was always curious and like, what the hell is Immunify? I scroll down, I look at it, and like, what? I was really utterly shocked with the bounty
Amount
system.
of
Yeah.
bounties. Yeah.
I worked with smart contracts, but I never interacted with Solidity back then. And I was starting to look for Web2 projects or Web2 parts of the programs, and encountered the Ocean Protocol. That
Hmm.
is data NFTs linked and so on. And I found the first bug there. It was I really love this kind of bugs actually that you you try to do something like you have an NFT that has an SVG. You can install the XSS in script
Yeah.
in SVG and so on. And
Web two bugs.
yeah, and
Classic.
what I really loved there is that I was able to like they did two-phase encryption here, and first stage was like they generated the encrypted ID, and then they've been putting this encrypted ID into the NFT.
Metadata. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I just was able to compute this intermittent ID that was half compiled. I put it into
Hmm.
my own NFT and tried to download my own project. So I was able to download someone else's file. So this basically worked, and I was basically able to get access to any data set on an Ocean protocol. Uh, Huge
Wow,
respect to
interesting.
the guys. I was honestly scared because they were not answering me for 2 days on the Immunify, and I was like, "Hey, excuse me, guys,
Do you
did
have
you
any
see?"
updates?
Yeah, and they answered like, "Oh, sorry, we forgot to answer you. We were fixing it all the time, 24/7." Thank you for reporting. Here's your money. And
Wow.
I was sitting there looking at the transaction for a day. I was like, it's not possible. I didn't believe it. But then I
How
got
big
used
was the bounty? 100K
uh,
or something like that?
100,000. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So for
amazing.
first time, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, no, I mean, I'm wrong here. There were some small. I was finding like minors or medium severity, like 1,000 or something like that. I got,
Hmm.
so it was nice, but 100,000 was insane for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
and
imagine.
still insane to be honest. But then I got like, okay, I found one bug there. If I found one, I can find another one. I
Hmm.
started searching. I found another one on their protocol, but it was mm, story about the escalation, dispute, and so on and so on. Because
It
it
was not
was
an ocean protocol, yeah.
still
It was
Ocean
another.
protocol, still Web2 program,
Ah, uh huh,
uh, but it was not in code itself, but it was a misconfiguration of their Netlify server,
uh huh.
and
It's like
they were
subdomain takeover or something like that.
no, it was XSS.
Uh huh.
What I told you, XSS and SVG.
Ah, okay, okay.
So they were not properly handling the external URLs. So it was XSS, some other
Hmm.
stuff, some customization. So like a bunch of tricks, but each of them was kind of small. And
Hmm.
they fixed it rapidly, but they only paid 15K. Mm, it's impressive. It's good.
Yeah, it's still
Felt
good.
good,
Yeah.
but I got angry. Like,
Not 100K. I need
yeah,
more.
I expected like I got it. I got first one so easy. Why I didn't get the second one that easy? And I mean, I have a huge respect to the team. I met them at the latest DEF CON. They're cool guys, but
Hmm.
it doesn't mean I wasn't angry at that moment of time. I'm not saying the guys are bad, but still. And I was that angry that I told, I forgot to mention one more thing here. Uh, After I reported the second bug, they removed the web to program, keeping
Oh,
only smart contracts. So I was like, so my feeder is gone.
you
Should I
you
do
done
next?
them.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I want to get my money from exactly you guys. I I want your critical. And I
Yeah.
was so angry that I sat and started learning like an insane. All the free time I was learning the solidities, the bugs, how to solve them, and I was able to find a bug in their contract. So it was like I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I'm honestly expecting that this kind of bug can be somewhere else.
Mhm.
The thing is that uh, there was a vault that was shared between all the guys, and you were able to instantiate same vault as vault on the same address, and you can assign anyone as an owner.
Mhm.
So basically, there is nothing bad in it. You're just giving the permissions, but there was a trick that was allowing user to. It was allowing the contract to take extra assets if needed from the owner.
Like more
Yeah,
allowance
yeah,
or
like
something.
you swap your NFT for tokens, then
Hmm.
increase token price, give the ownership, transfer it back, and it takes the money from the owner. That is a
Oh,
new guy. Yeah, so
interesting. Okay.
I'm honestly checking every new contract on that, but never saw it again. It was
Hmm.
more like some design issue here. But generally, it's more about like every vault now has its own contract address.
Oh yeah.
And then, so it started. It was more about like doing something interesting, diving into various stuff. The stupidest
So
thing
yeah.
happened actually was that I found a few more bounties here and there, but then I got another 6 digit bounty, and like, okay, I love it. I want to go there.
I want to focus only on them.
Yeah, I decided to quit my full-time job and dive into this thing. Sorry. So I swapped. I quitted the job,
Mhm.
and I was sitting there for 3 months, and I understood that every contract that may be interesting for me, I already looked through it. I looked through all
Mhm.
Saveify, and it was either not that interesting for me because honestly I do not love this Uniswap thing, the AMM
Mhm.
thing, trading thing. Not because
Forks mostly, yes.
yeah, it's not because the project itself is bad. It's more about like I want to
Mm,
see the blockchain as a new technology and not just like ultrasound money, something
yeah.
bigger than just money. And I cannot personally dive into the thing, cannot personally dive into those AMMs and figure it out. Just not working like that.
Mhm.
So that's how it was going. So nowadays, I'm mostly sometimes diving into the blockchain stuff. For example, the Shardium contest was really great. I loved it because it's a blockchain written in JavaScript and TypeScript.
Yeah.
It was reproducing the EVM, but in TypeScript, and
And they
it's
also had a Web2 part, don't they?
nope.
No? I was thinking that
Yeah,
was.
they have only Web3
Uh-huh.
and nothing else, and but and still they have a P2P protocol to gossip between the nodes,
Hmm.
and it was sending JSON, and
Oh, wow. Yeah, like
JSON
a
is
general web app. Yeah.
yeah, and JSON has weird quirks. For example, you can send instead of sending a string, you can send array. It will be still handled by split, but it will
Oh,
be producing not a string but array. But then when serialized, it will be concatenated, and so on and so on. So you can do a lot of fun stuff with it if you know what
yeah.
you're doing. Or for example, you can. I honestly appreciate the guys that uh, I wrote them the insight, asked them specifically to look through it. That's for example, if you're gossiping the channel that is named define getter,
Hmm.
and it will override the object itself, and you can override the method handler, for example. So
Hmm.
I was just sending them few insights that were not even actually bugs because they were handling them properly, but I just specifically wrote that, hey guys, I see that right now it's okay, but I see that you're not aware of this issue because otherwise you would be doing it in a different way. And
Like just a recommendation to improve
yeah,
the code quality.
so
Huh.
it was really nice from them to confirm it and take it into the account. Basically, that's the reason I won the Shardium contest. Otherwise, it would be even with another guy. We
Hmm.
were going like three creeds and three creeds, but I got also three insights there.
Oh, wow.
Uh, however, yeah, however, I spent 3 months thinking about what to do, trying to figure out something new and interesting. Did a blast contest that was nice too. It was also a really cool contest and really nice to participate there. But
Do you mean Blast contest on? It was Cantina, yeah?
Cantina, yeah,
Ah, yeah.
Cantina.
Okay.
So it was a really interesting project with a lot of things that you can do cool for with a blockchain because they did a different model of paying
Yeah,
for
like
gas.
native staking as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Native staking, native various stuff, and it was really nice there. But actually returned back to building the stuff, and the amount of bounties I got is big enough to basically invest in my own project.
Yeah. Sorry. Somebody
No problem.
tried to interrupt me and steal my room. I'm here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Step back to contest, Blast contest.
Sure.
What were you
Uh,
talking? Sorry,
yeah,
I missed it.
that's actually the end of the story.
I.
So I did Shardium. I did last year. Oh, last
Hmm.
year. So nothing this year, but I'm working for a year already on my own project right now. Returning
So you
back to
took a pause from bug bounty hunting for now?
no, not exactly. It's more about like uh, I'm doing it when I see something really interesting for me, and most of the projects right now are more about either math. So you need to find out the like some trick with some curve or some rounding. I mean, I can do it, but it's really hard for me to
Hmm.
do this. Or some yet another blockchain that is fork of Optimism or Avalanche or
Hmm.
Polygon, and there is not a lot of interesting projects right now that are really worthy
To
diving
check.
into.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming anyone. It's more about without the personal, not like if you're driven by the project, you want to know it more. You start diving into this and that, and if you're not really into the project, you get bored. And only for me, it works like that. That's if I'm honestly interested in a project, if I want to understand what's going on there, I can personally affiliate
Deep
with it
dive into
and
that.
dive in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm mostly doing it when I see something like that. But honestly, after 3 months of just doing the bug hunting and searching for bugs, when I just quitted my job,
Hmm.
I felt that if I'm just breaking things and not building things, I'm not feeling well about this.
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to start building again.
Yeah, it's a funny thing because I heard the same thought from a lot of security researchers who came to the security after the development background, and most of them uh, turning back to their roots and starting building something because security is fun, security is a cool thing, but if you like to build something, you want to build, while security is mostly about pointing other mistakes, you know.
Uh,
It-
well, actually, what I'm building right now is kind of related to security,
yeah,
and
but still, oh wow, it's really interesting that. What do you think about security products market right now, especially in Web3?
oh, it's a huge question. You mean like tech products or products that are offered by companies? Like
Like
audit product, I mean, or like program
audits,
product.
I mean, like audits and bug bounties are mostly consulting or service,
Mhm.
I would say like that, and not much products in security we have right now. Like most of them are related to on-chain monitoring or something like that, like Hyper Native probably, and a lot of different tools who tracing chain and trying to detect some malicious activity. And I know blockade, and they are, yeah, also trying to identify malicious transaction in your MetaMask or any other wallets. But my question was about like, what do you think in general about that market? Like, not much companies, yeah, like a lot of companies try to build some valuable security products, but seems like projects are still too early to pay for them. Like audits
Mhm,
is something really understandable. Like I need an audit because I need
mhm,
to get investments. I need the audit because I need to prove it for my community or something. But what else? Do I need something else? That's
mhm.
my thought.
Well, I would say that it's really a tricky question in here. That since I was working, I wasn't being able to participate directly in Solidity security when I was working as a front-end guy in
Hmm.
DeFi. But since it was a protocol with multi-billion TVL, I know about security that was happening in there, and there is a ton of things that are hidden under the surface. and
Hmm.
there is a lot of products that are trying to merge and do some valuable things. For example, I was chatting with nice guys in previous DEF CON on DEF CON 6, and
Hmm.
they were doing the things that's it's kind of like MEV, but for malicious transactions. They were
Hmm.
looking for a mempool and checking that some transaction is doing harm to the project. And in that case, if something bad is happening, they are trying to front run it and pause the contract.
Or like firewall or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like firewall, exactly. And there is a ton of things that people are trying to build, that people are trying to do, and some of them work, some of them don't. And this is a really interesting market to see. But generally, I think that bug bounty is the most interesting area right now for a very simple reason. When we're talking about the audits, it's about validating the security. It's about like paying for the service, and
Yeah,
bug bounty is
definitely consulting
yeah,
100%.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
paying for actions you take.
Hmm.
The bug bounties are not about paying actually. I know it from both perspectives. I talked with a lot of projects, and bug bounties are mostly not about paying for the value. It's more about betting. It's like a poly market where you're betting that there is no security harm for the protocol, and
Like insurance or something like that
yeah,
for
and
you or
due to
for
this
community. Yeah.
exactly, and by doing the bigger bounty, you're showing that you're betting like 100,000, 500,000, $1 billion, that there is no significant risk in there.
Hmm.
And due to the nature of this thing, it's totally different from everything else. Even the contests mostly are about getting the value, with a few exceptions like Blast was obviously is an advertisement for a protocol itself. Or
Yeah.
mm, Blast is cool, really.
Yeah, they did it really cool.
Yeah, but I really appreciate how they turn from the like we have a contract, just deposit your STETH in here, and we will maybe give you it back
Yeah,
to something
and
really
or airdrop or something, but
yeah.
believe in us. Yeah, it's kind of strange behavior, but
Mhm.
at least the founders were really known and doxed, so it gives some kind of believing in that. But still,
Yeah.
it's not the
So,
like we have a zero trust
mhm,
mindset in crypto. Like it can't work like that.
exactly, and I really huge respect to those guys' marketing team because they turned from this is definitely a scam into a real thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
And really big. Like they had on the top like
exactly.
6 billions or even more locked. Like
Hmm.
huge money.
Yeah. So, but generally, it's more specifically bug bounties are more about you're not bringing the value to the table. You are kind of using this insurance system. So this thing is not proportional to the value you make. I like it, of course, but it's due to its nature, it's really different.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, yes. What is really insightful for me, since I was talking a lot of to VCs on DevCon 7, uh, I got a really interesting feedback here that when you're just starting, when you're just starting the protocol or project or dApp, whatever, VC that is investing into you on a seed stage is not actually interested in security. Instead, they are,
They
uh,
mostly interested in growth. Or sorry for interrupting
yeah,
you, but
even not
yes,
in
yeah.
growth. They are interested into the validating the hypothesis as fast as
Hmm.
possible. And
Hmm.
when they're doing it, when they're trying to check the hypothesis, if you are doing the audit, the like big audit, not just a quick check, you are slowing the pace down. And some of funds that I was talking with, they explicitly want you to skip the audits phase, or mostly skip, at least for the start, because even based on their stats, it's like one of 20 projects get hacked. Most of them will like die anyway, so It's just one more risk
Yeah.
there, and based on their economics, based on their business plan, it's more efficient to skip the audits. I was really shocked about it, but I understand how it works. So I guess the main reasons here.
Yeah, it really makes sense, especially in the world where 3% of startups survive after 3 years. And
Mhm.
you have a bet. Should I invest more into security, or let's wait until they will prove that they will be able enough
Exactly,
to
exactly.
survive? Yeah, and
So
yeah, it definitely makes sense.
mhm.
So have you had the talks with VCs about security products for Web3?
uh,
What
yeah,
is
kind of.
attention around it right now?
I need to give a little bit of context about what I'm building right now to explain what's happening.
Just share what you can and don't
Yeah,
share what you can't.
no, actually, I can share the product itself because it's like a pre-alpha, and it's
Hmm.
I can show you personally, but I cannot give the link because it's like
It's okay.
gatekept. It's something like a Webflow or Squarespace or Wix or Builder.io, but specifically for Web3. Um, oh, it's hard to explain actually why it's so important here, but
It's like
uh,
constructor for
yeah,
application.
the
Uh-huh.
web app builder, the app builder.
Hmm.
When I was working as a UI lead at DeFi, I was just curious, like, why are not we using this thing? I started talking with other guys, with like, I talked with 1inch guys, with CalSwap, with Kyber guys. I was talking to every one of them about this thing, and basically a few things that emerged. First one is that it's vendor lock, obviously, because nobody wants vendor lock.
Yeah.
Why they're not using this thing? Second one is a security thing, because you cannot trust third party. You just cannot host it somewhere else. You cannot go without an audit. So we, I don't know, maybe you remember, says Squarespace got hacked a year ago, and there was like dozens of crypto companies who got scammed due to this.
Yeah, because they were a
Yeah,
DNS
yeah,
provider or
hijack.
something. Yeah.
Hmm. So this is a great example why it should be working like this. Why it shouldn't? Okay. uh,
Yeah.
and nobody from like, at least from people who have talked with, nobody wanted to use such builders specifically. First of all, because of that,
Hmm.
and secondly, because basically there is no primitives to work like contract calls, contract reads. I looked through all the projects, and nobody is even trying to install Rainbow Kit or ThirdWeb or based on Chain Kits. They're trying to do some in-house stuff. They
Yeah,
really
fully
don't
from
understand.
scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't understand what mm, crypto degens need. So I had to build something from scratch. I took every piece of open source I was able to reach from every builder. I did a small Frankenstein, who's
Hmm.
actually looking nice right now. And basically, it's like a drag and drop, something like it looks more like old Figma right now, Figma V2 with
Hmm.
Sparse 3, something of Webflow, something of Builder.io. So it's really kind of nice, kind of familiar, not the best, but high quality. And most of simple DeFi apps can be done there without even like going into the code or doing the small snippets of code, and it will produce a normal Next.js application, like
Wow.
what you can
Sh-
expect from
sh-
a medium level dev. So yeah, it's the funniest thing here is that I was even able to get some insights. I wasn't able to reach the guys from Squarespace or Webflow, but I found some interviews about that, and all of them say that we do not want to go to crypto. Those dudes want us to disable vendor lock, and if we'll disable vendor lock, we maybe will get those degens, and they maybe will be paying some money. But we definitely know that when we'll disable the vendor lock, we'll lose 10 to 20% of our audience because we're like gatekeeping them in our platform.
yeah. They will move out
So
or somewhere else.
yeah, so they're like gatekeeping their users. No one wants to go in Web3, and that's kind of a really nice niche opportunity there. And basically, I was talking to VCs to understand how they treat projects. It's not about I was looking for funding, but okay, I wanted to get some specific angels, and I got their contacts, but no need for money right now.
Hmm.
But I wanted to understand.
Like
I know
market
that,
discovery.
yeah, like I wanted to understand how they look on the projects, how they work with the projects. Are they pushing them to use certain tools? Because I know that I'm doing it from time to time. I'm taking some random project from top DeFi Llama by TVL and trying to reproduce it with my own tool. And I see that I can do it 10 times faster than normal development would do for tons of reasons. For because it's easier in UI, because
Hmm.
it's not requiring me to set up the RPCs, the WAGMI VM, whatever. It's doing it automatically. And I just know that it's just better. But I know also that everyone is not trusting the SaaS to build something like that.
Hmm.
And it was really interesting for me to talk to VCs about how they work with the projects and how they promote some tools or some workflows approaches. It's really different world for me. I never
And
thought about it.
what are your insights? Do they push projects to
Um,
use specific technologies? Because, yeah, share
well,
your insights.
the the answer that I loved the most about across all of them, I asked one of the investors that's okay, you're not getting like 25-50%, you're not able to control the companies, you're
Hmm.
getting like 5 to 10%. Uh, how are you ensuring that the project will move in the direction you want to?
Hmm.
Uh, the guy told me, we do not, we just pray.
Yeah, but that's true. Like, if they can't control the more than half of the companies, they can push their own
Mhm.
thoughts.
Uh,
I believe that, for example, some big ventures like A16 Debt or
mhm,
Paradigm, they can push their narratives even without having the control package. But for others, it's mostly like a gamble as well. Yeah, as we talked
mhm.
before, like one of the 100 projects will survive in 3 years. So,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
and I think that this is also a big problem because right now the narrative is uh, the investor narrative looks like they want to invest into project which will have a token generation event in next 3 months just to get the fast exit and
mhm.
maybe then continue the contribution into that, or maybe
Oh,
not.
by the way, this is one of insights I got. I was asking, I was talking to different VCs for various topics, including the what about the token? Do you want the token or not? And turned out that there is a ton of funds that are not even talking to you if you at least mention that you're not sure about token on how
Yeah,
it
yeah.
works and so on. Because they told me as in a friendly manner, because honestly, I think that that guy was drunk, actually. So he told me that there is a simple reason why the funds want the project tokens, not like share or something like that, but specifically tokens. Because at the very moment they feel that something is going wrong with the project, they can just dump all the tokens and run away.
Yeah, they can do a quit really fast, and this is probably the best part of the crypto because, in general, Web2, if you invested in the project, you can pray only for the next round. You know, you should wait
Mhm.
until the next round to do the exit from that
Yeah,
shit
I
in
know.
which you invested. Yeah, that's
Um,
yeah. I had this very same talks with VCs, and most of them mentioning like, if you don't have tokens, don't talk about investments at all. Like, you
mhm.
should have token generation event at the best in next 3 months. If you have a really good project, okay, we give you 1 year or something like that.
Yeah, it's really sucks, but that's the reality we are encountering with. However, I would say that, to be honest, this cycle is kind of boring for now for me because I mean, first of all, I'm not even understanding where we are right now on the cycle
Yeah.
because Trump confused everybody. And second thing is that I really loved the crazy stuff that was going on in previous cycles. For example, I have to admit, I honestly loved Steppen.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, no kidding. I was a huge fan, and I didn't earn anything from it. I was looking at the balance in the very end when I quit it, and
How many pairs of shoes you had?
like five or something like that.
Oh wow, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. So I was even. So I entered. I paid the fixed amount was there. So few $1,000. I was
Hmm.
really like I love the thing itself.
Hmm.
Not even like trading shoes or something like that. I was just loving that it was motivating me to run around. And I quit it, and all the GMT GST tokens together with shoes was the same value, plus minus $5 maybe.
Uh-huh.
So I lost nothing, I gained nothing, but I really enjoyed the thing.
Yeah,
But I
it was a real nice idea. I'm
Yeah,
really
it was
sorry
really
that
nice.
that guys
I,
never succeed.
I love those crazy projects that were trying to do weird stuff. Uh, I really love, for example, as far as I remember, the previous cycle was where when the block bar happened. You know the
Block
block bar?
bar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Vodka coin, beer coin, and all that
yes,
stuff. Yeah.
super crazy and super lovely projects that you
Yeah.
can send a bottle of whiskey to your friend with NFT. So
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy, so cool. And only really cool trend that I see on this cycle is sub 1 second blockchains with instant finality. They are cool and
Yeah.
they are really interesting, but I want something insane here.
Yeah, last year we had a bunch of layer twos. This year we're
Mhm.
getting a bunch of layer ones, we are
Yeah.
waiting for another
Mhm.
Ethereum killer or Solana killer or something like that. But yeah, definitely 100% I agree with you. Like 2021, 2022, DeFi summer was an amazing period to see all that
Mhm.
crazy stuff around crypto. And I even can't remember how it was in 2017, and 18, when it was even more crazier.
Mhm.
Like
It
shit
was
coins for
more
everything.
about yeah. I remember it was ICO craziness that everyone was doing ICO and getting their funding and rug pulling everybody.
uh, what is your favorite DeFi app at that moment? Like the most which you like in terms of UI, UX, and the
Mm,
technology behind of it.
uh, I have to admit that since I told already that I'm not really into the trading stuff,
Yeah.
uh, I'm
But
passing
I mean,
around.
like you checked a lot of
Yeah,
them when you were discovering Unify
yeah, I
page,
know.
for
I'm
example.
I'm I'm just doing a preamble that
Okay, okay.
80% of DeFi is passing around me unnoticed,
Hmm.
especially dApps because dApps are more about trading stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm studying them, learning them, but I'm not really into them. But I have two projects that I really love. Both of them are mobile wallets. First one is Zerion, who's having a really nice UI. I really love it.
yeah.
And
Guys
and
are really
second
cool.
one, yeah, and second one is Cipher Wallet that have a physical card, Cipher card.
Cypher. Never heard about it. Need to check it
Yeah,
out.
it's like a small startup backed by Y Combinator, not even like
Oh,
some crypto dudes. Um, and
they have a
here's
physical card.
Yeah, they have a physical card and they have even a metal version of card. So,
Wow,
uh,
fancy.
uh,
Can
yeah,
it's like Mastercard card? I can pay with
uh,
that and
they
everywhere, or
had
it's just a key.
a Mastercard initially, but now it's Visa.
Ah, okay. No, I mean, like, I'm able to pay with that. It's not just
Yeah,
a key
and
like a ledger or
uh,
something.
it's even have an Apple Pay and
Wow.
Android Pay integrated, and Google Pay, And
Yeah.
the funniest part here is that what I really love that instead of typing in the one-time password code, they're sending you Telegram notification with button confirm and decline.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
you have a Telegram, you can press it on Telegram if you need to.
It's not an
So
advertisement, by the way. They don't pay
yeah,
us any
I'm
anything.
not, I'm not getting anything from it. I just love
Yeah,
how
we
nicely
neither.
it's set in the crypto world. Because before
Yeah,
I was using in Thailand here there is a local exchange that had their own card, but they stopped the direct withdrawals from exchange to the card. I was
oh
able
yeah.
to draw the Thai baht to that card and pay with it, but somehow they like got cats and dogs, and I'm still able to top up the card, but not with from this exchange. So I was looking for another card. Also, Thai
This,
banking is kind of weird because when
yeah,
I was traveling around the world, uh, turned out that at 6 p.m. they turn off the server that is responsible for international payments in some countries. So I was like,
it's
I'm
sleep
paying,
time.
it works. I'm not paying. I'm paying again. It's not working. No idea
Wow.
why. So it
Wow.
was insane, and I was really looking for a nice crypto card to use. Um, yeah, I need to admit that I talked and chatted with the founder, but really no affiliation here. I just love the product.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, there is a new trend, to be honest, in terms of crypto cards. Yeah, like a lot of new projects trying to build something like that. I saw that Gnosis launched their own card.
Yeah, I saw it
Probably
too.
Uniswap is trying to launch something like
Hmm.
that. 1inch, like a lot of products
Hmm.
at that moment, and
Well,
it's
I
a
know a
good
bit about
way,
the reasoning behind it.
huh?
I know a bit of about the reasoning behind it actually.
What do you think?
Yeah. As I said, I know the another side of the story. So
Uh huh.
when you're running a DAO specifically, or like just a crypto company, you are encountering a lot of times that you have some jurisdiction issues or legal issues,
Hmm.
and generally it's fine. But some banks can freeze your card or uh, just stop working with you or something like that.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, some of those projects are intentionally launching this card to fulfill not needs of Digans, but to fulfill the needs of other companies who are in
Oh,
crypto. So this is a really nice trend here, but it's partially not for us normal people. It's more about
norms.
for thousand companies. Okay, not normal, Digan, total Digan.
Degens. Yeah, but still, if they build, maybe we will use it as well. And I would like to use it as well. Like I tried by Bitcard, it's okay, but they have so many problems with it. Okay, that
Hmm.
I would never recommend it. Uh, but yeah, crypto cards are something really cool and really needed, especially when not every bank
Exactly.
or jurisdiction ready to accept it. By the way, I had the funny story in Bangkok. I was asking Dijon friends how they do cash out in Bangkok, in Thailand, in general, and they mentioned that you have this kind of ATMs where you just
Hmm.
come into them, typing to your friend like. Who has a Thai bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll give you
putting
more
pin,
context.
yeah, 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 putting the pin code and getting
Mhm.
your
But
money
I'll give you
out from it.
even crazier. So,
Yeah.
also Asia is all into the QR codes for
Oh
different
yeah.
reasons. I really still do not know why exactly QR codes, not something else. But specifically in Thailand, what I found out when talking to locals, so I'm not guaranteeing it's 100% true. It's like other people thinking something like that. But they had a really huge issue that uh, a lot of people were paying with cash to like street sellers of fruits, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And it was not about the. It was not even about the problem with paying with cards. It was about the acquiring price, because you need to buy this terminal,
Oh
you just
yeah,
tap it, and so on. And imagine you're like street food seller who's getting $500 per month, and you need to pay $50 every month
yeah,
for this terminal, or fees, something like that. So they created this QR code payment system that has literally no fees at all.
yeah. It's like P2P from
Yeah,
person
it's
to
like,
person
yeah,
directly
like
without
P2P, but
like
instead of Visa or Mastercard charging you 2% and giving
yeah,
you cash like an 1.8% maybe,
yeah per each
they're
payment
taking
action.
they're taking no fees at all from anybody. And
Wow.
basically, what they did is that if you're a merchant, you can register, and maybe I'm not sure about what exactly tax they're paying. Maybe they're not paying at all right now, but you can print the A4 file with your own QR code, and you can accept payments as easy as just getting cash, or even easier. And
Wow.
as far as I've been told, it was done specifically to start getting the taxes from those minor audiences.
Entrepreneurs or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The small entrepreneurs who are doing like $500 per month or something like that, and they were maybe they're still not charging taxes from them yet, but they will probably do it. And this is really smart approach and nice approach to do that, and also to get everyone covered, to get everyone observed, because they just provided the easier solution. And for ATMs, it's the same story as far as I know. So imagine you're so nobody's bringing the cards or cash anymore here. Sometimes maybe some small card, one or two, but generally you come to ATM, you can scan the QR code and withdraw the amount of money you need. And what people were
Yeah.
doing there, basically you scan other person's QR code and they withdraw money for you.
Yeah,
I was
exactly. It's
when I first
for me.
arrived
It's
to,
kind of weird. Like it can be
yeah,
used for any
uh,
kind of fraud or something.
well, not exactly. It's right now it's quite limited actually, but when I first arrived here, there was a limit almost to $1,000 to withdraw, and I was doing this P2P, trying to get some cash with I don't remember, Binance or OKX, not sure, but I was just literally talking to P2P guys, and they were like, "Scan this code." No, it's timeout because it has a 1 minute timeout, and I was
Yeah,
not able to go to send, upload, and take the cash.
yeah.
So it was really insane thing here,
Yeah.
and
When I was doing it, I was feeling like I'm involved in some kind of fraud right now, criminal
mhm,
behavior.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I know what
staying
you're talking
right
about.
behind the ATM,
Hmm.
getting the code and getting my cash. It's yeah, but that's really cool. It's like
But
cyberpunks.
uh, you know what, the Cyberpunk here? For me, I'm using the car to use the elevator. Oh, yeah, elevator in my condo. But agent who was showing me the apartments when I was looking around, she told me that only thing she's bringing with her is her phone. She pays with her phone, and to access her floor and access her apartment, she doesn't need any card or something like that.
Wow.
She goes to the elevator. It scans her face, allows her to press certain buttons on a elevator, and she's able to access common areas like pool and gym, her own floor, first floor, and only those floors. And then she goes to her door, press the button with finger scan. She enters the apartment.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah, it's like have you heard about WeChat in China? Like the
Yeah,
super app
I
where
heard
you
about
can have everything, like
that.
even
That's
pay taxes from it, like for
mhm.
everything. Like yeah, that's crazy as well.
I actually was in Shanghai for a few days, just out of curiosity, a few months ago, first time. And first of all, WeChat is totally different world, of course, absolutely different. But I understood their concept of apps, because in WeChat, it's not like Telegram or something like that with mini apps. It's more about like instead of having an Android, you have a WeChat and WeChat launcher because you remember you swipe down and it's like a whole launcher for your
Yeah,
system. It's like
because
a single
everything.
app, like another Android but with chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was honestly shocked about their attitude in apps because I had a really lot of issues there. My cards were mostly not connecting to their WeChat or Alipay. At some moment of time, I wasn't able to receive the one-time password, and
Mhm.
Alipay marked my phone. I specifically researched.
That's
Uh,
malicious.
yeah, like MAC address, not phone number. I logged out, logged in with another phone
Oh
number I
shit.
had, and it got like, no, you're a scammer. We're not accepting your cards. I was really lucky that turned out that Thai apps Thai banking apps are able to interact with Union Pay Scan and Ali Pay Scan. So I was mostly paying directly from the app. So I was just lucky about that. But I was really shocked about it because first of all, uh, it was my first time when I got scammed by uh, underground vending machine. I scanned it. I paid like $7 for tickets.
Hmm.
It's just rebooted, and I was arguing for almost a month with the support there. I still didn't get my $7 back. Uh,
That's why we really need a decentralized economy and smart
yeah,
contracts.
yeah. Another thing, I was really like, my mind was blown. So I installed the Didi, that is a taxi app there,
Hmm.
and I arrived to hotel. My taxi was not letting me out because I didn't connect the card initially. My card was like I just ordered the taxi. That's it. Nothing
Hmm.
more. I wasn't able to connect the card to the app because I had no internet, obviously.
Of course.
Uh, yeah. Uh, so he was not letting me out. I had to pay him with cash, but he didn't end the trip, and
Hmm.
the app was demanding me to pay again because we only accept
Scammers.
yeah, we only accept cashless payments and so on and so on and so on. So I was fighting them for some moment of time. Mm, what I really hated is that in 3 minutes they end the chat, and even if support tells you that okay, please wait, I'll come back to you. 3 minutes pass, they are not coming to you. Your chat has ended.
Because you
And
wrote it in English. That is the answer,
no,
right?
actually, they have a nice translation there.
Ah, okay.
But I was fighting with them for a few days. My girlfriend installed Didi on her phone, and we were using her taxi. But I was fighting with them and told them what worked. I told them that okay, guys, you're blaming me, but you're confirming that you saw the videos. By the way, they record all the
All trips, yeah.
yeah, all trips with
Uh-huh.
video and audio, and they confirmed that. Okay, they told me that. Okay, we saw that you passed this money, but no way, we're not accepting this. It's insecure. And I told them that. Okay, guys, I didn't add a card, so you're not able to charge me anyway. I will fly away in a few days.
You
So
will never
either
find me. I'm a
yeah,
bonsai, actually. I'm not a
yeah.
human.
So either you just like forget about me, or you will accept that I paid this driver, and only this worked.
Oh, so it worked.
Yeah, it worked
Oh,
in a few
wow.
days, but it was like a tense support chat. I was just wondering, will it work or not at all?
Wow. It's a
Yeah,
good end of the story, by the way. I was
yeah,
actually
but
waiting
I
for a
was,
bad ending. Like you banned
yeah.
from China permanently, like
Uh,
something like that.
by the
And
way, if you're going to China, I strongly recommend the Baidu translator.
Baidu
because
translator.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
so Baidu is like a Google of China, and they
Mm.
have their own
Ah,
translator,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they work a lot with the context. They work a lot with the context and the rate of translation of Chinese and all most of Asian languages is way higher than Google Translate or Apple Translate or whatever.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really
What
different.
about ChatGPT? Have you tried it there, or it's banned as well?
No, I didn't try it, but actually, turned out that I really love Thai for multiple reasons. But one of the reasons is that they have one of best SIM cards that I ever used because like one of the cheapest roaming with the internet
Yeah,
across the world,
and really good connection, like
really good connection
stable.
across the
Yeah.
world, and even in China, everything worked for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I was able when I was able to turn on my roaming, I was able to access the normal internet without any issue. So
Mm-hmm.
Wi-Fi, great Chinese cyber wall, mobile phone, everything is working. So I was really surprised by that.
Okay. By the way, it seems like we are out of time already. It was a really good convo, by the way. But I need one last question to you.
Sure thing.
If you can, would like to give one advice for you 2 or 3 years ago, which advice would you give
Buy
it?
Bitcoin.
Like buy Bitcoin, the best advice ever, of course,
Yeah,
and
no,
doesn't matter in which year.
no,
Just do it.
actually, if speaking seriously, I would say that uh, we are still early.
Oh, yeah,
Every time I look back, it's still we are so early, and try to do something, try to outreach something, try something new. Web3 is really interesting niche and a really cool niche to start something new and interesting.
yeah. There's so many things to build. Actually,
And
don't be
everyone is
scared.
building one more Uniswap.
Yeah, you at least you can always fork a Uniswap V2 or Compound. Okay. It was a Merkle Bonsai HackenProof podcast, and see you next episode, guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you guys.
watching. Bye bye.
Bye.